good to go then. Okay, okay, okay. So, what are thoughts? What's our setting here? How are we doing that?
Well, he's not gonna do this in front of people, so it'll be a normal nighttime thing, I guess.
And you said during vacation.
Yeah. So where are we? We're on the beach planet,
So we're on
or
the beach planet. I think everyone had their own like room or suite. That
yep.
is, from what I
Yeah.
understand, isn't paper thin walls.
Oh, well, that does help things, I suppose. Fuck. Okay. Ram will know that Hana's leaving his door open, right?
I imagine so. I think we kind of headcanoned that
Mm-hmm.
Hana was pretty open by the fact that like Ram is still welcome there even during the vacation.
Okay then. Um, this will probably be like second or third night
Mm-hmm.
of the beach, and he'll just won't even bother knocking. He'll just come into the room and stand at the doorway for a second and kind of grin at Hana.
Hana will. How late is it? Do you think?
Say like getting into the middle of the night-ish area, like 10, maybe 11.
Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, let's just say for the sake of it, Hana's already kind of changed into his general sleepwear. Just kind of
Mm-hmm.
been meandering about the room. You know, he probably has some of his workshop set up on a desk nearby. That usually would be a reading nook, but right now it's just like silence. Um, and he's probably kind of pseudo cuddled in the bed, uh, where it's like half cuddle, where you just have the blankets thrown over the legs, but not everything else, and like
Yep.
going through a datapad reading. He looks up and he raises a brow. You seem especially happy with yourself.
Well, I managed to get my hands on something pretty interesting. Thought we could take a look at it, nighttime, bedtime story kind of thing.
A bedtime story.
Yeah, they say it's real effective for, helping kids get to bed on time, sleep properly, have good dreams, all that.
Is this the same thought process as your warmed milk?
Mm, you could say this one's a little bit different. Scoot over a
He purses his lips like maybe you don't want to, and then he scoots.
bit. Ram is taking the outside of the bed. Hana is not anywhere but against the wall.
Okay,
No easy escape for you, sir.
okay, okay.
um, mhm. he holds up a data pad that he brought with him, and he grins and he goes, so the other night when we had that,
Oh, it doesn't loop
we all got
automatically.
a little bit drunk. You can just cue it up like 1,000 times, I guess.
How do I do that?
Keep on pressing the plus button or from the bottom.
From the bottom. Oh, smart. Alright, that's like 1,000 times. That'll do.
Hello, hello.
Uh, he says, well, I don't recall, but I'm aware it happened.
Yeah. So about that. Flicks the data pad on. Mindy got video.
Did they?
Some, you know how I'm trying to be real open and honest with you here, Doc. I'm trying to facilitate conversations, and I don't want to hide things from you. So I thought you had the right to know what happened then.
You're saying this with a very large grin.
Presses play. Well, you watch and find out.
So is Ram just kind of laying next to Hana right now, or how's the
Mm-hmm.
and just
He's
showing
laying
the
next
data
to him
pad?
right now. Well, he's just like he'll put an arm around him, like basically a normal kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
But this is in preparation this time.
Yeah. Hana rests his chin, hand his chin, or
Mm-hmm.
elbow against knee, all that. Just kind of
Mm-hmm.
watching at first as it kind of goes through the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I don't even remember this. It's just near the beginning then.
wouldn't take long for you to get pretty wasted, it seems.
So it seems.
Doc, you're a bit of a lightweight, don't you think?
I am not a lightweight. That is the part that is truly interesting. I
You
was
think that-
informed by a little bird that evidently a certain someone also gave me their shot, so that probably didn't help.
Oh, no, Doc, Hannah, you were long gone by the time I did that. Just have a look and see for yourself.
Now, where is the recording picking up?
Right about when they start discussing how to go about the wedgie situation.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Hana's already, like, he's watching through the fucking failing at planking.
Yep.
He's looking, and you could tell Ram by his expression he's just annoyed right now and unimpressed.
Ram's grin is very slow and smug. Keep on watching.
Oh, is there truly a punchline coming up?
I wouldn't call it a punchline, more like a bit of flavor.
Flavor.
Then that'll get to the part where Ram gets up and leaves the room.
He's waiting, like, head cocked, kind of pseudo interested with what Rai actually planned here.
Mm-hmm.
when Ram comes back in with his cock, he's just like, just turns around.
The grin stays.
with the what I can only describe as the angry girlfriend expression.
So Ram's hand that was like casually around Hana's side just comes up, grabs his chin, turns him back towards the screen. Keep on watching.
I fail to see what's so important about this.
I'm sure you'll figure it out in about 30 seconds.
Huh. He keeps watching. Kind of hits a part where things start to turn a little bit. I'm gonna actually go ahead and roll attention to see if he's even real, like, notices at first, because I feel like he's half just like, no, my pride, I'm not gonna pay full attention.
They get a good attention. Come on, Hana. Come on, Hana.
3 successes.
Yep. He does.
Ram notices he's watching, because I feel like he's probably been, like, commentating a little bit throughout this entire thing.
Oh yeah.
Little snippets here and there, because it's Hana. And then after a bit, he around the time Ram recalls where things are starting to pick up a little bit, he gets quiet. Or he's just kind of, Ram can see him kind of watching the pad with almost a stern expression.
Now we can't have that. Ram's other hand comes around and goes around Hana's hip like he would have done at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And he leans in and he goes, "Want me to try again?"
Ram, you smooth motherfucker. I'm gonna go ahead and just give me a second. I have 4 dice to my cool roll.
Good luck.
Oh,
Hey!
holy shit!
Very nice, Hana.
Damn. Okay. Let me think. So at this point, Ram's a little bit more behind him because he's kind of like reaching around, right?
Yep.
Okay. Hana leans back against him. And he says, This entire thing was recorded.
This entire thing.
Hmm.
Oh, but watch out. Here comes Ray.
Blinks a couple times but keeps his composure. As it's just watching the unraveling of Drunkana.
And shit, I forgot this part. So
Mhm.
right after he says that, Ram will like lean over his shoulder so that Hana can kind of see him out of the corner of his eye, grin, and because he can't reach his arse, he'll pat his hip and say, "Nope."
Say nope.
Yep.
What's he responding to?
Well, sorry. He said he would have said first, right about here, as you said, yes, please. Want to know what I said in return?
Sure.
That's when he pats the hip.
It says
Nope.
nope.
Yep.
He's got a little bit of a healthy blush going on. So he's like purposely keeping his face down towards the Danapad and not pointedly not looking at Ram.
As long as he's facing the data pad, that's Ram's goal.
He
The thumb on the hip starts doing the circles when Ram does in the video.
says, well, I think this is quite enough. You've made your point. He kind of reaches out towards the data pad to turn it off.
And nope, not allowed to turn that off, so Ram will just grab his head and put it back down by his side, and he says, "Oh no, Doc, there's more to come. You need to see everything, or you're just gonna be going through life ignorant."
Is that what this is about, then? Education.
Oh, of course. What else could it be? Oh, would you look at that? This is the part of the video where Rai's arm goes around Hana's neck.
Oh, fuck. Alright, 1 second. We can get my 4 dice again. Okay, we're still doing good.
Well done, Hana.
The pride! My pride! His lips become a thin line.
And Ram licks his lips.
He attempts to look away from the screen.
Nope.
Which I assume he's directed back, yeah?
He can maybe get a glance out, and then Ram's fingers go like a little tighter on his chin, and he's jerked back to look at the screen.
Jesus. Okay.
Keep your eyes on the prize, Doc.
Are you sure it's a prize for me?
Oh. I think Hana over there was enjoying himself just fine.
I think Hana in this was a little more than wasted.
Now that just lowers the inhibitions. Why don't you keep watching and judge for yourself at the end?
He, upon failure to look away, there's still fucking Ram's damnable hand that's rubbing circles right now.
he'll like shift the hand that's on his, because he can't do anything the way Rai was doing it, but he'll shift the hand that's on his chin, so he like gives Hana's neck a little, like the bottom of his chin, a little bit of a scratch, and then hold it back firm again.
Like scratches in like a small like literal like nail
Mhm.
scratch or like pressure.
Like a little bit of pressure, you know.
Oh god. Mark me down. He's got over here like mark me down as embarrassed and horny.
Oh boy.
He's just a bit, like steadily throughout the video. He's just when it was like a small like I'm composed blush. It's just there's a healthy glow going on here. Just so fucking embarrassed.
Fantastic.
And he still leaning back at this point. He will try and like reach his hand out and like put it on Ram's the arm, like kind of bicep area of Ram that is doing the circles.
Well, he can do that, and Ram just tightens his grip in response for a second, stops the circles, and then keeps on going.
Now, which grip are we talking about? Big difference
The
here.
one on the hip. The one on the hip.
Okay.
As long as Hana doesn't move his head, that one will stay pretty steady. I think this is about the point where Ram's hand slid a little lower when he was doing it. Yep, that is. Okay, cool. Yep.
Do you have notes? Do you have notes?
I'm looking in OOC. I'm reading it as it goes.
Oh, was there a summary?
No, just the parts that we wrote down in text because you were busy.
Oh yeah. He's uncharacteristically quiet. Definitely like a pseudo transfixed on the screen, right? And the hand that is currently holding like Ram's bicep kind of squeezes a bit.
Ram will no, keep going.
No, it's just horny grip.
Horny grip. Ram will lean back and like kind of just so that he's out of Hana's sight, and then blow gentle on the back of his neck and say, "You didn't do that at the time, Doc."
Shivers. It shivers. You can. I don't know if that's something that can be tell, but God, that's what Hana's experiencing. It's just this tiny little just.
What was that? Speak up. I can't quite hear you.
Wasn't aware we were reenacting anything.
Oh, you might not be, but I gotta give you the full experience, right? The audio didn't quite capture every circles his thumb and digs it in a little detail.
Damn, Ram, you are one hot motherfucker. He gives the tiniest little whine. Well, then he just tries to keep within best he can because he is a prim and proper Halo.
Yeah, is he now?
And what was it Ram said? Gotta give you the full experience.
Yep.
It seems that things are already deviating from plan, aren't they?
Well, there's only so much you can recreate with 2 people instead of 3, but I believe... Oh, would you look at that? This is right about the time Hana asked if he can dare 3 people to do something at once.
Gee, the floor looks really interesting right now.
Nope. This time, hand slips down to the neck, tips the chin up, keeps it there, tight grip. Now watch closely. Make sure you pay real good attention.
Instinctively, when the tighter grip happens, one hand kind of flies up to go on top of the hand that's gripping, but he doesn't try and pull it away. And I feel like it's at this point that we're watching, because we are now cornered. Revenge is afoot.
I see.
The hand that is on Ram's bicep blindly begins to kind of feel out those scars that he knows pretty well by this point. And just like almost as a sense of like distracting himself, even though he can't look away, he starts kind of tracing them with his fingers.
Oh, distracting himself. Huh. Wait, 1 sec. That changes things. Ooh.
That is a lot of successes. Holy shit. What was that? Was that a cold?
That was
like
cold.
A cooler collection?
Yeah.
Oh god, Steel fucking trap man over here.
You do nothing to him. Okay. In that case, let's see. Christian mail. Ren will tap twice on the hip and lean in and say against Hana's ear, like lips brushing the ear kind of thing. I don't think I said you could do that, Doc.
Gay inhale. And immediately he stops, like hand goes up and stops. Because we're a dirty little bottom. And we have to listen.
Oh, we know. God damn it. Why are they so horny?
It's Ram's fault. Ram came in here choosing war.
But yeah, he did on purpose this time. Okay,
it's like
this is not going how I expected.
You can see like eyebrows shoot up when Ram says that. Like before it was like, oh god, I am watching what is essentially a soft porn starring myself that I don't even remember. But now we're in the weak spot. Just surprise.
So in return for the hand going up, Ram will pull Hana tighter against him, back straight to his chest, like pressed up close, and good boy.
And he will sit quietly because he hasn't been told not to do anything else.
Okay. Now, can you hear what you're saying on that screen right now, Doc?
I'm assuming he can.
Why don't you repeat that for me?
I'm going to just do. How many minuses do I want to take? I don't know. Probably like 50 million. Let's roll a 6-sided to see how many minuses I get. -6. Very well.
All right then.
Oh.
Holy shit, nice.
That's a luck die.
Holy shit, Hana, you are holding out so good. Good boy.
This is a fucking miracle that he's hanging in there. This means I get to be a little brat for just a little longer.
Yeah?
I gotta look up actually the dialogue and stuff because I don't. I just have the Ram. Where's the security? Right there.
Right there.
Oh my fucking god. Okay, let's see here.
I can give you the link to the message if you want.
I found it, I think. Because we're at choked, right? Basically.
Basically, I don't imagine it's possible to dare 3 people, I think, as well. Right about from there on.
Oh, there it is. Okay. And Ram asked him to repeat what he said in there.
Yep.
He. Now the grip on his throat is light enough that he can.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Speak. Okay.
Good enough to feel, not hard enough to choke him out properly.
Okay. And he will say,
Keeping him in place.
I don't think this applies to our current situation, Ram.
Oh. Which part?
He leans back again against Ram.
Ram is gonna not move back with him. He's just gonna stay right where he is.
I have no memory of this. I think it would be more prudent in my current situation to offer you this truth or dare opposed to someone that isn't even in the room.
Alright then, Doc. We can play your game.
Very well. Dare.
Why don't you tell me, what does that Hana feel right now? On the screen right there. What's he thinking about?
I think that would be truth. Ram, I didn't pick that option.
I'm daring you to tell me, Doc.
How much of a brat is he being right now? I need to check. Being a brat. Okay.
Yeah?
Or you know what? Let's fudge dice it. Never get enough fudge dice. We'll go with it. Negative will go against.
Oh.
Okay. You said, tell me what that Hana on the screen is thinking. Well, unfortunately, I do not recall what he would have been thinking at the moment, but I assume it likely has something to do with coping with a large amount of stimulation that he is experiencing. Blinks a couple times, composes himself.
Ram will stroke down Hana's throat and refirm the grip.
Ram feels him swallow.
Oh. Go on.
It seems that he has given up on assessing his situation, or suppose that is I have in this circumstance in which I do not recall. And have given up much of any care of what others may think. What is the term for it? He tries to look back to Ram, but if he...
Nope.
Alright. He's chasing the high, is it?
I think that applies, yeah. And then he will stroke the neck again and press himself a little closer to Hana's back and say, lips brushing the ear again, he goes, "Good job, Doc. Your turn."
Smiles. This... It's not unhinged, but there is... There's enjoyment here.
Oh.
Very, very well, Ram. Truth or dare?
I'll stick to what I did on the night. There.
He bites his lip and thinks. You know, at this point, I think they pretty much hit end of footage, what they had.
Yep. Screen will go dark.
The what?
The screen will go dark.
Okay. Can he see... Is it a reflective screen?
Hollow screen, so maybe for like a second?
But...
Or, actually, you know what, for the sake of horniness, yes, it's reflective.
For the sake of horny. Rule of horny.
Yeah.
Alright, he will... I got one last roll here. Okay, cool. Just to solidify that he'd do it. Stick his things in. He will look at the holopad and Ram's reflection.
Ram's face is pressed kind of almost into the side of Hana's face, so he's nose brushing his hair, lips by his ear. He's looking directly at Hana. Hand on his throat, hand on his hip.
That's gonna be a sight burned in Hana's memory for a long time. You'll say, Ram, I dare you then to finish what you started that night.
One last request, Doc. What was the last thing you said to me there? Just want you to repeat that one more time.
I need to check the notes.
It was...
Well, there's the
I need to go. Ram. Yeah.
I don't think I can keep this game up.
Yeah.
Alright. His brow furrows for a second. He recalls the whole thing, or just the ending.
The whole thing.
I need to go, Ram. Please, I don't think I can keep this game up.
And Ram grins, and Hana can probably see it in the holopad, and he brushes his nose against Hana's ear and he says, "Good job." And then he lets go and gets up.
Nier basically just forward, kind of. If he gets up, then Hana has to kind of catch himself because he was pretty much completely leaning on Ram.
Yep.
He looks at him with a look of surprise.
Well, that's that bedtime story. I think I need to go spend some time
You're
with Mac.
joking.
He winks at him. Not even a bit.
He's just breathing heavy. A counterpoint, if I may, before you go.
Go right ahead.
Just sitting there, seething. Completely red-faced. He wouldn't say a counterpoint, he'd just say a point. Just why?
Well, Doc, it didn't seem right to hide anything from you.
This is beyond that.
It also didn't seem right that I'm the only one who got a little bit frustrated. You have fun now.
He
will
looks,
walk over to the door.
He looks genuinely confused.
Get to the door and he'll look back and he sees the confusion. He'll be like, "A little revenge, Doc. Not everybody enjoys being blue-balled."
I don't know
and
what
then he leaves.
I don't know what you're talking about. He's leaving.
That's it. Ram's gone.
He sits on the bed, confused, angry, and really horny.
I cannot believe they got through that without fucking.
He was a good boy and he listened.
He listened!
And this is what he gets for it.
He shouldn't have listened.
He's...
Holy shit.
Wait, where's the fucking thing?
What are you doing?
Let me just send this to your DMs.
Okay. Ram will be back to acting completely normal the next morning, except when he passes by the back of Hana, he will blow on his neck.
Oh, motherfucker. Hana is staunchly avoiding him for a small bit. Like, he is angry.
Yeah, good. Seeth, young man, seeth.
He will. Like, the death glares that Ram gets sometimes when he passes by Hana during the vacation.
He gets to spend plenty of time with Rai. Ram is very, very satisfied with himself.
You're the reason he didn't get Void back this week.
I'm the reason?
I'm calling you the reason he didn't get Void back this week.
Oh dear. Oh no, Hana.
So angry. So fucking angry and embarrassed.
Ram's not even gonna try and come into bed sometime for the next week or so.
Door's locked, bitch.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Like, I imagine, there were a couple times where he tried to just foot push away. Nope, you're not welcome here. What was that?
He said, holding a grudge, huh?
Fuck off, rat.
Well, if you ever want me to finish the business, you know where to find me.
I think you had an opportunity there that you chose to willingly pass up. Thank you.
Grins at him. Yeah, what goes around comes around, Doc.
Bye.
If you ever want to come around, you know where to find me.
Angry, flustered glare. Yes, perhaps I do. But even if I did, consider the following. All the perfect circumstances have already passed. A room that actually had decent soundproofing. Would have been nice, wouldn't it? Too bad you waited.
Ram, like, raises an eyebrow. He will go, You think I couldn't keep you quiet if I wanted to?
I don't think you'd try.
We can test that theory sometime.
He doesn't say no.
Ram will remember that. Just come get me once the nightmares hit you again.
Maybe.
Pat in the head. Good boy.
The nerve! The nerve! Angie! Angie and Small!
And then they go back to the shopping fucking trip after this. Oh god.
I mean, I imagine it's gotta. Hana holds one hell of a grudge, right? But when
Yep,
science
definitely.
happens,
Mhm.
everything else is put on hold.
Science takes precedent.
Yeah, all of his other, like, I imagine up to that point, it was like, their interaction slowly growing back over time, right?
Yep.
Where it's like, okay, fine, I'll talk to you.
Ram just continues acting completely as normal, except he'll flirt every now and then.
Super effective.
Oh wow. Oh, poor Hana.
He is devastated.
I'm so sorry, Hana. You poked the beast. You didn't give him his meat.
He still doesn't know what he did wrong. Genuinely so confused.
Ram will have left that data pad right there. That's Hana's to keep now. Enjoy.
That's good. That's good. He's kept it, but he's still sitting here like, not everyone likes to be blue-balled. Why did I fucking blue-ball you, Ram?
Well, he asked to be let go. He didn't want anything to continue. Well, I don't think I can finish this game, so, well, there we go.
Is that what? Oh, he's over here. He doesn't even fucking realize. That's what he means.
Yep, that's what he means.
Doesn't even fucking know. He's just sitting here like, I don't get it.
We can have a talk about that if you want.
Sure. I feel
once Ram has got his toe back in the door.
I'm like peak frustration. I was like, I don't even understand what you're getting on about.
Poor Hana.
Sure.
Let go of. Come on now.
Okay, okay, so Ram's getting his
Yeah.
toe in the door again. It has
Yeah.
been weeks
Yep.
of Hana being avoidant and moody and
Ram's like, ah, fuck, this can't continue. Alright, Doc, let's talk.
about.
Keep avoiding me. We're living on the same ship.
Well, yes, we are within a contained space.
Rolls his eyes. Talk to me, Doc.
Cross his arms.
Fucking Brad.
Excuse me.
Nothing. What is it that's got your panties in a twist?
Quint. Now, where is this conversation happening?
Either in the hallway outside the rooms, or just, however Ram can corner him.
Okay. Probably outside the rooms, and like as you're talking, Hana is continuing towards his room, right?
Ram will be right beside him, slowing down so he can keep pace. His hands in his pockets looking at Hana.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a mind reader. You gotta tell me if there's something off.
I believe it's rather obvious that there's something off, isn't there?
Obvious, sure, but if I don't know the cause, then I can't fix it. I assume it's got something to do with, the other night.
Slows his pace a little bit. But he's not even looking at Ram, like he's looking dead straight ahead.
Kind of just look at him for a second and then go, what was it about that displeased you so much? You seem to be enjoying it just fine at the time.
Well, I was, perhaps, but then someone decided to randomly leave.
Like I said, Doc, consider it a little bit of personal revenge.
Yes, you made that abundantly clear, Ram. Personal revenge, not everyone likes being involved, he says with air quotations. And as he's saying this, he's like opening the door to his like small quarters, looking at Ram again, pissed off girlfriend stare.
You fucking Hana. Ram is highly amused, but he keeps off his face. If you want Hana to see that, you can roll an empathy, but it's fine.
His empathy's shit, but I'll try. 2 successes. He sees your amusement.
Baby. Yeah, he sees my amusement.
Fucker.
Ram will lean in and grab the door before Hana can close it or do anything, and he'll go, yeah, not everybody does. What's the problem there?
He actually wouldn't have closed it on Ram. He's
Okay,
keeping
cool.
it open for
But
him.
he's just grabbing it anyway.
Oh, okay, just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case, because previously Hana has closed it on your face these last
Yes, yes.
It says, close the door behind you.
Eyebrows go up.
Close
Little
it.
kind of happy grin, and he comes in.
Oh, it's cute. He
Close the door behind him.
adjusts his glasses, grabs his pruning shears, and aggressively prunes. As he's just like, yes, no, I think that's completely understandable. However, whatever your reasoning be for it isn't.
Doc, I showed you the video.
And
Kind of like slow on his face.
oh, you don't get it at all.
Yep. So he goes over and he grabs like, just doesn't grab anything. I guess he just kind of leans against the table with the plants, and he'll look down at Hunter and he'll go, "You asked to be let go, Doc, in the middle of all that. Oh, that's a bit unfortunate, wouldn't you say?"
He looks at him incredulously. That? That's what it was. Oh, forgive me that perhaps I wasn't feeling well, or perhaps being in a room surrounded by others is overstimulating. Snip.
Rem just shakes his head. I do forgive you, but I didn't forget it.
Well, no, clearly not.
The
Nonetheless,
amusement's back.
I think your choice to exact your revenge against me for something I did, for the record, that I didn't even remember, let alone have control over my actions, and enacted against me while I am a stone cold sober, is in poor taste.
I never claimed to have good taste, Doc. Besides, you didn't ask to be let go that time until the end.
You asked me to repeat. Snip.
I certainly did. What is it then? You don't like that I had one over you without you knowing it?
Well, there's several things to this equation here. Ram puts down the pretty
I'm listening.
shoes. He's like holding one of the buds, that picks up one of the buds that he snipped off and is kind of just rolling it in a finger, like between finger and thumb. And, well, one, this was my first learning of the events that took place in front of several people, for the record, of which I don't remember. As far as I'm concerned, inhibitions lowered or not, did not have control over, and it was recorded.
Well, for one thing, half of them don't remember. For another thing, Mindy's the only one with the recording apart from you. I don't have it anymore. For a third thing, I think I enlightened you pretty well into what happened, wouldn't you say?
Yes, you made sure to certainly enlighten and twist the knife in the process.
You just satisfied little grin.
Oh, you're very proud of yourself, aren't you?
Not gonna deny it.
It feels unnecessarily cruel, if you ask me.
Cruel. What, from a raider? Impossible.
That is a cop-out, and you know it.
Alright. If it's cruel, then what should I do? Get down on my knees and say sorry?
It wouldn't hurt.
You see both eyebrows go up. The amusement climbs. He is very amused.
There's definitely a beat of, like, consideration there.
Yep. Ram goes, alright then. And he will lower himself onto his knees, keeps eye contact, and then he goes,
Hana's eyebrows go up now because he didn't think he'd actually fucking do it.
bet. And he'll look Hana right in the eyes, and he still looks very amused, but he's also genuine when he says this. Sorry. And he goes, my apologies. Didn't think it would affect you like this.
He looks down at you, and he actually reaches and takes off his glasses, puts them on his side table. He kind of leans forward a bit. Like, I imagine, I'm trying to, like, think the heights in my head here. So, Ram on his knees still would come up to, like, what, waist height at least for Hana? Probably more.
I'd say probably chest height or something.
Chest height, okay. So, yeah, he leans down just a little bit. So there's you know, a little closer there. And he's looking at him, and he says, "How did you expect me to react?"
Well, I don't know. Maybe just the same way, but peter out a bit sooner.
I think you
You're
should.
quite good at holding. No, keep going. Sorry.
No, continue.
He won't say anything if it looks like Hana's about to say something, so keep on going.
I think we were about to say the same thing, essentially, about Hana holding crutches.
Yeah, he was about to say you're very good at holding a grudge, Doc.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that you should find yourself on the other side of it, Ram. I only hold them when I've been wronged.
He kind of shrugs a shoulder where he's sitting on his knees on the floor, looking up at Hana for once. Yeah, we all make mistakes. I'm gonna make it up to you.
There's the moment of like he's so fucking annoyed with you right now when
Yeah.
when Ram has forgiven himself.
Yeah.
It's just it's not how that one works, motherfucker.
Well, you want to educate him?
I think that's more of an expression that's playing on his face. You can empathy for that if you want it.
I would love to.
You can't forgive yourself. It's not how apologies work. Oh,
Hey.
you get that in its entirety. I can give you more stuff too. That's a very high success. Okay, so
All right, give me.
you get the expression of "oh, you bitch," right? Because it's like you can't forgive yourself. That's not how apologies work, Ram. It just makes me more angry. But you can tell that the anger itself isn't actually like deep burning hatred or anything like that, right? He's just a bitter bitch. Like that's pretty much just it. Hana is a man of high pride, and his pride was scuffed pretty badly.
Okay, hang on a sec then. Ryan will force his face into some semblance of an actual sensible human being apologizing.
Force it.
He's still pretty amused by this whole thing. And he will kind of like nod his head, acknowledge. Fair enough. My bad. I shouldn't have done it. Well, to such a degree at least. If it makes you feel any better, Doc. You weren't the only one affected. And there was a reason I had to leave when I did.
Facial expression of just, oh. Second, our watch togethers have fallen out. I need to queue more.
Yes! You can start back up from the beginning anytime you want.
Oh.
Like that.
That works. And he thinks. Also, with your 4 successes, I will give you there is a little bit of something else going on there. As he's like talking, there's a deeper reason why there's anger there as well. Like the pride, the hurt pride is a big part of it, but there seems to be something else.
Huh. Okay. Then he'll be taking this actually more seriously now. The amusement kind of fades out.
Okay. And he says, actually, fuck, I don't think he says anything. Damn it.
Okay.
I think he's kind of, you know, it's readable in his face that he is a little surprised by that, but not terribly much.
Yep. Cool. Ram will kind of shift around so he's sitting down on the floor properly instead of just on his knees like he was apologizing before.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll kind of give Hana a very considering look, and he'll say, "Now it seems I've actually fucked up somehow here. So again, I am sorry. I didn't mean to deliberately anger you in any real way."
No, you were just being insufferable in your own way.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Ram is like, is he sitting cross-legged? How's he sitting?
Cross-legged for the moment.
Okay. Hana places a hand on his shoulder and kind of like goes to like kneel down on both his knees, but like places both of his knees on like thigh area for Ram.
Ram goes very still. He looks Hana directly in the face. Doc.
He's making direct eye contact with you. He's relatively steeled. He says, "Allow me to make something perfectly clear, if I may, Ram."
You got the upper hand. You have me at your disposal.
Disposal. He rolls his eyes. Hash.
What?
He just did the choice of words. He was like disposal and rolls his eyes and he just says hush.
Ram makes a zip motion across his mouth.
What appeared on that video to a large degree, and what was expressed behind closed doors, is not something I readily show. Sexual encounters, intercourse, things like that are perfectly fine. But I have my own. And he actually makes a sort of distasteful expression. Interests that I try to keep to myself. Unfortunately, they reared their head upon too much alcohol.
Oh, shit. Hang on, I gotta roll not to be an asshole right now. Oh, the urge to be an asshole is so strong.
Oh, I want to know. I want him to be an asshole.
No, too late.
I want to know what he would have done.
Just know his face is very conflicted for a moment. He goes, it was because of that, then? Because I made you bring that out again? But no payoff, I suppose.
I didn't have much of a choice, or more of not an active one, during the party. I didn't have my wits about me, but and he'll say the planet name, I can't remember what it was. I did. And I trusted you with them. So you can imagine, he leans down a little bit closer, why I'm a little miffed.
You see Rem kind of go a little bit cross-eyed to keep Hana in focus. He goes, I can imagine, and I see now how I fucked up. Shit. I don't know how to make this up to you.
He a small, like, laugh and pushes off of Ram and gets up again.
A little bit disappointed.
If I'm completely straightforward with you, I have no ideas either. But at least you have context now.
Certainly do. 1 second, real quick. What's that? There we go. I'm just, yeah, this is gonna be a bad roll, but let's see how we go. Okay.
What is that?
That's his brains right there.
It's a success.
It's a success.
God, 1 die?
Let me live.
Oh, he's so dumb, but he did it.
He didn't do enough of it, so here I was about to say something real dumb. Oh, hang on.
Once more, Hanamura MRP is going the direction no one expected.
I know, right? Really? God damn it. Fucking hell. Because it's Hana. Every time. Because it's Hana, he has to push back against it. Shit.
Take your time,
Okay,
take your time.
I told you how I got these scars, right?
Some of them.
He gestures to like a couple closer towards his arms on his wrists and stuff. Oh, these ones in particular.
Tazzy?
Yep, those are scars from root burns and being tied up for months.
Yeah, he'll say. When you were tied, you said.
Well, he looks kind of embarrassed. I told you that they started because I was indulging a little bit, right?
Right.
In well, shrugs, BDSM and all that.
Right.
Right. And then I got kidnapped and the rope stayed on and, well, shit stayed. Gestures at the scars.
His expression softens a little.
Don't give me that look, Doc. It's fine. It's just, the point is, nothing to be embarrassed about, I guess.
He looks unsure and shakes his head. I feel that it is a little different.
presumably, this is a mistake of my own making, but I'm just saying, you're not alone in the. How did Hannah phrase it? In your interests. So it's God, I don't know what I'm doing with this.
They're trying to draw parallels. He offers his hand to Ram to help him up.
Ram will take it, but he won't put any pressure on it. He'll just get up on his own.
Yeah. He still gives an effort to help you up.
We'll let the Hana feel like he's doing something. He kind of shrugs once he's standing and he goes, I'll try and make it up to you. I don't know.
The apology is accepted.
Huh. Well, that was easy.
You can still make it up to me.
Alright. Anything you want.
I'll think of something, I'm sure. He sits down on his bed.
Ram kind of looks a bit unsure. Just stays where he is and, so... You have fun with Rye?
I don't know, Ram. The therapies haven't happened yet.
Yeah, I know, right? It's so fucking frustrating.
He says...
Presumably, yes. You lost Void.
he said, yes, it was a good week. Relaxing.
Good. Glad to hear it. Okay.
And your secondary week.
Oh, who, me? I just spent it with the kid and Brad and hung around. Went fishing a bit. Very relaxing. Shame you didn't make it.
Yeah, well... He shrugs with the expression of, I'm prone to grudges, what can I say?
He doesn't give a crap. Right, alright. Rem just kinda sigh. You know, next time I'm pushing you like that, just tell me.
Wasn't the pushing that I minded.
Alright, then next time I leave you like that, just stop me.
He looks at the ground at that, like, little thoughtful, like, you're right. Should have probably.
Doc, really?
It just... there was a stage of understanding that needed to be reached before I could even fathom what was happening. It was a lot.
Ram, like, for a second there, the pride creeps back in, and then he just shuts that down. Yeah, that was kind of the point.
Well, I imagine. But then as collateral, it ceasing suddenly was also a lot, and to process and understand what was happening. So there wasn't really a lot of time to stop you.
Look at it from my end. First of all, you come at me drunk. Give me the fucking hard eyes. You do all that in front of me, and he, like, gestures at all of Hana, and... Fuck, you putty in my hands, Doc, and then you leave. And I come back and try and get some revenge, and it goes exactly the same. but it's worse this time.
His his face is red now. It wasn't a second ago, but now it is. Uh I cannot take responsibility for anything that I did while intoxicated.
And
there's-
Rem nods. Yep.
And to certain degrees, I mean, yes, it was acting on pre-existing feelings.
Eyebrows up.
I mean, it's no secret you're a very attractive individual.
Eyebrows higher.
What?
No, I'm flattered. He looks a little bit, I wouldn't say embarrassed, but God, what's the right word for this? Let's see. Fucking off balanced but soft.
Okay. Kind of taken aback, but in like a positive way.
Yeah, not a bad way.
I'm sure you're well aware of this fact. You don't need me to tell you it. So yes,
Sure.
there's naturally that.
Ram just mouthing under his breath. Naturally.
And the game, unfortunately for me, seemed to tap into some things that I'd say some interests that I couldn't handle at the time. I'd keep a handle on, I should say. He looks annoyed with himself.
Well, yeah, that's why I didn't push it for it. You're drunk, Doc.
I appreciate that hesitation.
I don't appreciate it. I got my revenge.
That's the part I just doesn't make sense to me. The revenge for what I did when I was like that, because what I blue balled you. Because I got overwhelmed and I stepped away, or whatever was going through my mind at the moment. Why not follow through? And I'm not saying during the party.
I know, sorry, I'll say the rhymes. No, I know. It's just, 1 second, real quick. Aha! Alright, you want to roll empathy?
Sure, I will roll my 3 dice. 2 successes.
Nice. Okay. So, he is very off balance now and a little bit shifty-eyed. And before he was kind of standing there because he didn't know what to do, and now he's standing there because he doesn't want to go near Hana.
Oh, really?
And he says, well, I mean, I just guess I wasn't thinking. And that is a lie. I will give you that from that empathy.
Huh. He cocks his head to the side and looks looks Ram up and down. Just kind of giving him just this. He's not making it. He's not hiding the fact that he's picking up on your cues.
Okay.
He just kind of waits. He waits. See what Ram does next.
Oh, damn it. 1 or 2?
2.
Congratulations. All right. Rem will stand there for about a minute, just kind of not meet Hana's eyes. He's not running away, but he's not saying anything, and then he'll look back at Hana and shake his head and go, "Mind if I sit down?"
There's an entire bed.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were forgiving me that much yet.
You're fine. I've gotten my frustration out. It's bad to hold grudges, whatever. Rolls his eyes.
Alright, thank God. He takes a seat, leans back. Well... If I'm gonna stick to the theme of things and be entirely honest here.
Looks to him and waits.
You keep me on my toes, Doc. I don't... He kind of scratches the back of his head. He's actively searching for the words. You can see it on his face. And he goes, fuck it. I don't know how a sexual encounter would affect our relationship, and I don't want to damage that. So he shrugs.
It would throw things off kilter.
Not entirely, but yes, essentially.
Not entirely.
We can let that one slide, can't we?
What's a good mercy roll?
A mercy roll?
Hey, Con, 1 or 2?
I'll pick a 1.
Alright. Alright.
No mercy here.
There's mercy.
There is mercy.
There is mercy.
Huh.
He's not gonna push it. Says, very well, not all secrets must be laid bare.
Oh, fuck, you had to phrase it like that. God damn it, Bree! Okay. Not a secret, Doc. Just figuring some things out.
I don't follow.
Yeah, neither do I, really. Oh, I'm leaving soon. We've
Right.
all established that.
We're aware. Or at least I am. I don't know if the others.
You're aware that I don't exactly talk to most people the way I talk to you.
Thinks about that. I don't think it's ever occurred to Hana.
Yep, Ben's motherfucker.
Most like you of a potato.
I love him so much.
And yeah, I think Rob could probably see it. Kind of ding.
Yeah, alright then.
I was not aware of this.
Oh, now yeah.
How do you perform near others? Ah, wait. Oh, okay. More stoic, I suppose. Correct.
I suppose I don't really know how I perform in others. I know it's different.
Yes, Mendy had mentioned something, now that I think of it. Issues.
Revealing my secrets again.
Not really. They wanted to share some of your secrets, but I already knew them all.
Then Ram just like, that's what I mean. I don't usually talk to people like this. He just kind of shrugs and sighs and says, I'm not sure that I'd listen, Doc. You wouldn't want it to be anything more than sex, right?
He thinks. I can't really say. If I'm assuming what you're implying would be a relationship.
Not necessarily. I'm just saying. I don't relate to people the way that I do to you usually. And I can't predict ever. And he's like kind of like annoyed by this ever how our conversations are gonna end up. And I wouldn't predict
He
how.
takes some pride in that. Sorry,
And I
continue.
would never be able to predict how a sexual encounter would end up with you either. And I wouldn't wanna, air quotes, catch feelings.
His eyebrows go up at that, actually. You can tell that was not what he was expecting. Catch feelings.
That's a Rye quote, that one.
You said it's a Rye quote? Peculiar for it to be used in context of me.
Peculiar as peculiar does. I find a lot of our talks end that way.
Huh. He leans back from where he's sitting.
And Ram just looks at him and just like gestures. Oh, there you go. So I walked away.
Huh.
Does that explain things for you now, Doc?
Yes, I suppose it does. I didn't even consider that a possibility on your end.
I'm not some fucking robot.
He shrugs.
Alright then.
In my many years of life, I have never encountered quite a situation such as this. So, forgive me for handling it with the tact and grace of a scientist.
Ram just kind of grins at him. I don't know what that means, but you do you, Doc. I'm just letting you know that's how it was.
Right. I see. And you feel the same way now, I'm sure.
Drugs. I've had times to figure things out. I'll take things as they come.
Are you sure about that?
What does that mean? Should I not be?
I'm just simply asking.
There is no God-given point to stressing about things that you can't change.
Very well. He kind of moves on the bed, leaning more towards Ram.
Oh.
He looks at him for a good moment. Does he say anything?
Ram just kind of goes a little still, watchful, surprised. Doesn't say anything.
Keeps, kind of watches how Ram seems to be reacting. And if Ram does not stop him, he will gently guide him into a kiss.
Bree?
Mm-hmm.
Bree? Oh, okay. I guess Hana's experimenting, huh? Alright. Ram won't stop him. He will just... Surprise. Surprise. Yeah.
Smooch
And,
get.
Smooch?
Oh, I said smooch get.
Smooch get? Yeah. How long does the smooch last before Hana goes back? Because I just need to go for science for one second.
Not super long, I don't think. Like,
But like more than a second? It was more than like
yeah.
a quick peck.
Yeah, more than a quick pick. There's no nervousness to it.
Alright then. Ram will kiss back. After, like, he gets over his surprise for a second.
Alright.
There you go.
Well, pull away. Look him, examine his face. We'll throw down an empathy.
Yeah, you wanna throw down empathy? You go do that. Yeah.
2 successes.
I would also like to throw down an empathy for Hana, so let me do that before we go for this thing.
Okay.
Hell. Yep. 2 successes, nice. Okay.
Okay.
So for Ram, you get that he is again surprised. Kind of intrigued, and well, his ears are a little red.
Ha!
He is very much not unhappy about this. Just a little curious about why it happened more than anything.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then for Hana, you get, and you hit the nail on the head a little bit with this con, there's experimenting afoot. There's some testing of boundaries. There's some, I'm going to do this to see if you'll stop me. But I think there's also a, and there's, I wouldn't say there's a coldness to him right now, right? But there's definitely, he's in the zone right now.
Yep, he is doing his calculations, figuring things out.
Yeah, it's, you're not sure though if that's, obviously him running the calculations in his head, but is it a way of distracting himself as well? Possibly. But there's something else there as well.
Something else?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
But I don't think with your successes, you quite pinpoint what it is.
Okay.
But for Hana, you can definitely tell. The way he's handling this is very casual. There's not a lot of hesitation.
And Ram will take all that in and lick his lips and then go, "You're fine, it's dark."
You're fighting. He gives a small smirk at that. Amiable, or amicable, I would say.
I'll take that.
Cox is said to the side. Further testing could be required, but that would be upon permission given.
Ram, you could see like one of his finger twitch for a second, and then he just nods his head slowly and he goes, "I do believe I said I'd take things as they come these days."
Very well. It's exasperated, but it's far more put on than him actually feeling it. Lean back in and smooch his boy, dude. Like,
oh my god, breathe. All right. Ram will enjoy and return and basically just kind of hold Hana there.
One song that's good and done and feel like he's collected his data. His data, that's all it is, right? Just collecting his data.
Yep.
Nothing else. Nothing else here. Never felt an emotion in his life, that man.
Interesting.
He'll pull away and give a small chuckle. Because I imagine Ram's probably a little red-faced.
It's hard to notice, but yes.
Well, the ears are, at least, you said, right? So
he would from his ears first.
He would chuckle and give a little pinch to one of his ears.
Ooh, you get a shiver.
And he says, regardless of what you classify this as, or whether you wanted to continue or not for the remainder of the time you are here. Alright, he said, regardless,
Mhm.
what you want to classify this as,
Mhm.
it is your choice whether you wanted to continue for the remainder of the time you're here, would be what he
Okay.
says.
Okay, then Ram. 1 second.
In any sense of it.
1 second. Hot second. Okay. Alrighty. He kind of. Hana could tell that he would just about to lean into Hana's head, and then he stops himself and he just kind of sits there for a second and he shrugs his shoulder and he goes, I see that it needs a classification if you don't want to give it one. But whatever you want from me here, take it.
Hmm. I think a better question here, Ram, is because I imagine he's kind of on his knees, right? Just trying to be pseudo at your level, tall motherfucker.
Yep.
So he'll kind of, on his knees, kind of bend in whatever way he needs to be level, eye level with Ram, and he'll look him in the eye and say, "What do you need of me?"
Fuck you. Fuck you. uh. Okay. Ram will. Actually, he'll reach up and hold Hana's hand and pull it down, and he'll shake his head and he goes, I don't need anything, Doc. But whatever you're willing to give, I'll take. That's what we do, after all.
Of course. It's been quite like that for a while, hasn't it?
Figuring some things out, are you?
Where's his hand? Ram took his hand. Is he just currently holding it, or?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, he'll while holding it. He'll idly run his thumb over one of the scars there. He's just kind of thinking, looking at Ram.
Another shiver.
He says, "Perhaps I am. I doubt I'll be able to formulate anything of substance in time, but..." He simply shrugs. That's alright.
Nothing to be worried about then, I guess.
He nods.
You said, permission given. You would like these experiments to continue, but it looks at Hana's lips. How do I ask permission here?
He smiles. Good old Hana grin. Just take whatever you want.
Fuck you! 1 fucking second. Okay, we're good.
He's just want to go full horny, but I restrain.
Again, you see one of Rem's, like, his fingers of his hand that isn't holding Hana's, they like twitch a little bit, and then he licks his lips and smiles, and he goes, "Well, don't take it back now." And he will lean in and kiss the boy.
You get kisses from boy.
Yay!
The amount points area, the amount of restraint on this boy.
He is treading dangerous waters here for himself and for Hana.
I need a, what is it? Reminds me of the fucking the terrible porno where it's like a guy sitting in a bathtub and then there's a lifeguard.
The second fucking person to say that about Ram. It was
What?
first it was Jordan, now it's you.
Re-
Oh my god.
Really? Are you kidding me? How close have you come to this situation with Rye, Ram?
Not this situation. Rye's just a horny bitch and she wants it all.
Queen wants it all.
Ram's just sitting there oblivious, like, alright, so what are we doing? A medical checkup?
God damn. Completely different scenarios, ain't it?
Yep, it really is. God fucking damn it, Hana. Holy shit, Bree.
Are we calling this done then? Or are we fading to black? Or what?
Yeah, sure, let's do that. Ah! You gotta get to bed at some point. I'm just screaming.
Yaha!
Yaha! I guess I need to update the fucking relationship chart.